Alright, I have just finished my video of doing the 2.8 banners for Kazoo, but now we're going to talk about the 2.8 banners for Yoimiya. Should you wish on this banner? Now this banner is actually looking kinda good. I actually don't know what one of the weapons do here, so I can't really say if it's good or bad, but I'm definitely telling you it's not a game-breaking weapon to have. So I'm just going to start off with the 4 stars for this one. This is the 4-star. It's probably not good. The fact that it's never coming up in anything, I'm pretty sure it's not that good, but it's gonna be there. So I guess if you pick it up, if you don't have it, it'll be good for collectors, but it's not gonna be there. But anyways, for 5 stars, we all know what bow is going to be with us because in my dreams last night I heard that Yoimiya will be coming back. So Thundering Pulse will be coming back. Thundering Pulse is a very good DPS weapon who can it work on. Honestly, it can work on a ton of people, even though it's not meant for a ton of bow characters, but it can work on a lot of bow characters. It's not the best in slot for every bow character. It's not Staff of Homa broken, but it can work on a great selection of characters. So if you do happen to pick up Thundering Pulse, yes, it can work on Tartaglia or Child. Yes, it can work on Ganyu. Yes, it can work on, well, of course it's going to work on Yoimiya. Yes, it can work on Aloy. It can work on every bow character that is meant to be doing TPS damage. So yes, it can work if you do pick it up. So don't worry. Is it going to be the best in slot weapon? No. Ganyu would get more benefits because of this attack percent that Amos Will has. Aloy is Aloy. Child has his own best in slot weapon. Yada yada, you know. But it doesn't mean it's a bad weapon. No. If you do have a Thundering Pulse, it will be a good weapon for all of the DPS bow characters. Now, what is the next weapon? Well, let's see if you can guess it. It starts with Wallet. Ready? Wallet's Gravestone is coming back. Yes. Is Wolf's Gravestone a good weapon? Yes, it is a very, very good claymore. A lot of people wish they had it, and it is definitely a good claymore. But if you want the broad opinion of this weapon, in my opinion, I love the weapon. It is a very good pickup. If you don't have one copy, refinements probably not, but if you have at least one, it will be a good pickup. But the general idea of this weapon is that it is good, it has very good stats, but the passive is very situational since you can only get it after the enemy is under 30% HP, which is very true. So it may possibly fall off in boss fights, but at the end of the day, it's still a 5-star weapon in my opinion. I like the weapon. Some people may not like it because of this passive that's very niche, but it does give a very, very good attack increase. So I would say it's a very good weapon to pick up, but I wouldn't say refinements are very much necessary on this, so hopefully you don't pick up too much. Hopefully you get that Thundering Pulse early. Alright, so what's next on the list? Next on the list is Mouun's Mouun. Mouun's Mouun is an amazing bow. Especially if you just picked up Elon, I would say this bow is a chef's kiss, because this bow here, it does the same thing as Wavebreaker Spin and does most of your damage based off your burst damage. It has very low stats because of that, but the passive is absolutely amazing. And if you picked up Yolan recently, you can literally just refine this weapon all the way to R5 if you do, and just put it on Yolan at level 1, and you're still gonna get the maximum damage. So it's gonna be very fun. Unfortunately, the next weapon we're going to be taking a look at is going to be the Flute. Yes, the Flute is bad. If you don't have any other attack percentage weapons, I guess you could level it up, but I really wouldn't level this up. It's not a good weapon. There's better options, like if you're running a Kaching, instead of running this, you can just run Lion Roar. If you're running a physical DPS, of course, Prototype Rancor. There's not a lot of DPS characters, so I guess once again, if you don't have any other attack percentage weapons, I guess you can just use the Flute, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's a pretty bad weapon. Next up will be Favonius Lance. Favonius Lance is actually a very decent weapon that I would definitely pick up if you don't have it already. I mean, you don't really need to wish on the weapon banner for this weapon, but if you don't have it, it is very good. Favonius Lance is, of course, it's a decent weapon. If you have Zhongli, you can run it on Zhongli's for more ER, you can run it on Yunjin for more ER, you can run it on a lot of people, and you can even run it on Raiden Shogun if you don't have the catch or Engulfing Lightning. So Favonius Lance is generally a good weapon. It's honestly, there's nothing much to talk about this weapon. We all know what the Favonius weapons do. They provide a big chunk of energy for your team, so Favonius weapons are very strong as well as sacrificial weapons. So there's nothing much we can say about that. And speaking about sacrificial weapons, the last weapon that's going to be on this weapon banner will be Sacrificial Greatsword. Once again, there's not a lot to say about the Favonius and sacrificial weapons. We all know what they do. They are very good because it provides more energy or more uses of your skill. So Favonius Sacrificial Greatsword can be used on quite a bit of characters like Beto. This can be, you can counter more and more ER. Some people build ER Beto with Emblem because of their ER problems. You can build on Chungyun so you can use his E more often. So if you have like C2 Chungyun, I believe this will be very beneficial on him. You can run it on Jinya, and you can run it on quite a few characters. So I would say Sacrificial Greatsword is a good pickup, but I wouldn't say it's the best pickup because Sacrificial Greatsword is not a very well used weapon, although there is a couple of characters who can use it on. But is this weapon better? Good. By all means, I would say it's meh. Honestly, you can wish on it if you want to, but should I recommend you to wish on it? Of course not. Weapon banners are a scam, but it is pretty decent. So here's what's going to be in the weapon banner. Wish at your own risk. Good luck for your Yoimiya players. I'm actually in fact going to be wishing for her as well, not her weapon banner though.